Good evening, everyone. I am your Dungeon Master. Welcome to the show. We are going to be doing Chapter 2 for the Light and Darkness campaign. And we're going to be starting this time with all 5 of our players. I am joined by Lost Without a Trace. I am joined by Scorched Ace.
Hello.
I am joined by Ari. There we go. And we are joined by Greymane.
Howdy.
And we are joined by Morden. I have high mom buttons for everybody now. I just have to remember to hit them. So, for anyone who has been watching along on YouTube, I believe the audio issues from the first chapter have been sussed. We hope. We will find out. I can't tell when I'm wearing these nice big ear cups, but I had my monitor audio speaker open and the mic was picking it up, and I'm pretty sure that's what did it. So, we should be fine this time around. And with that little bit of descriptor out of the way, let's pull up a campaign map. So the map has been slightly altered as it does on its own since our last visit. Those who have keen eyes or very large screens will see that there are some small dots kind of in a crescent shape. Flipping around the other way. Yeah, whatever. Crescent shape that demonstrate where the first 5 of the pillars are. I will expand out the map later to include the rest, but trust me, they don't want to go for those first anyway. So, that is where the map is currently, and the last time we gathered, everyone was in the cave. So, for a recap for all of our players, because it's been about a week, the big push, it pushed, something very large pushed back. Most of you survived by hiding in the cave. Well, 3 of you survived, which would be most, survived by hiding in the cave. Greymane did not survive, but is here anyway.
I didn't die.
I mean, you did. Just not in a permanent fashion.
Not completely.
Yeah, it's only mostly dead.
Only mostly dead.
And I survived by hiding in Ace's head.
Yes. So, I think... during the following conversation, you all met Uriel, our Planetar answering service. Yes, the Jolly Green Giant.
We're totally not calling him that. I do not recommend calling him that.
Why do I suddenly have this
now.
mental image of Luther sitting there playing the Jolly Green Giants theme song every time he shows up? Not singing the words, but playing the song.
Ho, ho, ho. All right.
And that's how Gray died for the second time in the campaign.
And when a Planetar kills you, you die for real. There's no coming back from that.
No, you can't reanimate a ship.
So, okay. So you are in the cave.
Not yet.
You... Let's assume we're going to pick up from the end of that conversation where the map updated itself.
Nice little map.
You mean the part right after I slapped Ace in the back of the head for jamming his fingers into Gray's torso?
Yes.
I was about to say, that means we're picking up with me saying, does this hurt?
That's true.
Yes.
That's exactly
Does this
where we
hurt? Ow! Does that hurt? Yeah, that's right where we are.
God, why'd you have to hit me? Just asking a question.
You're asking the dumb question.
Well, it doesn't feel pleasant.
But does
Why?
it hurt?
Okay, stand still for a minute there, Cass. I'm gonna take this dagger and I'm gonna stick you with it. You tell me if that hurts.
What fair enough. Fair enough.
I mean, I honestly can't even tell if I've actually got a heartbeat anymore.
You do, but it's muffled.
It's a lot slower than it used to be, I'm assuming.
All right, so what's the plan? Things have changed on the map. We now have destinations.
Well, that's very good. What time is it right now? It is the very dark, yes?
Yes.
Then
Sleep?
going out in the very dark is not the very good. I'm out of boo-boo biscuits. Sleep, I cook, then we go out.
Then why don't we take rest? I mean, is it most of the way through the night, or is it just like partially through the night?
It's tough to know for sure. Because that's not something you can tell.
You don't know what time it is?
So real quick,
Yeah.
I might be different. So tell me if it's. I still don't know. Keen Mind says I know the number of hours left until the next sunrise or sunset.
Oh, okay. Then,
So even if there isn't one, I would know at least the timing until that point.
right. So the sun should come up in about 5 hours.
Okay. So I will probably, from my kind of calculations, we should be seeing a sunrise in about 5 hours. So that's I mean, I don't know if people are, I don't know if the situation is calm enough to allow people to get the deepest of sleeps, but maybe we take turns and get as much of a sleep as we can, and we can take turns taking watch outside of that.
Sounds good. I got a nap earlier, so I guess I'll take the first watch.
I do not need sleep.
I don't need anything that sleep would give at this point. Not besides
Other than just
Besides
taking
stopping
a nap so that
exhaustion,
you
yeah.
don't pass out.
right.
You should
Again,
probably try to
Put your
avoid
face in a book, potentially on fire,
Okay,
causing
not
a
on fire.
library to go up in flames.
We're not practicing right now. But what I'm saying is I can take first watch while somebody else tries to catch a few Z's.
Dan, can I technically take all of them?
You technically could take all of them. You have no need for sleep. You're a celestial
I
being.
do not need sleep. You do not need watches. I
Okay.
can take all of them.
Then we can all just go to bed then. For the next
Also,
5 hours.
you are also Adaya. You are immune to fatigue and exhaustion.
Right. So I technically don't need rest.
This is a very tired scrub. There has been a lot of today. And if you want the cooking, I will do the sleeping first. Good night.
Everyone rest. You're going to need it.
So you're not going to be able to get a long rest yet. Everyone will be able to get a short rest and be able to take the benefits of a short rest. However, this is not a secure enough situation for you to be able to do a long rest.
So does that mean we're going to gain exhaustion after this?
I'm going to say no for right now,
Okay.
based on the fact that,
But if we don't find something soon, then
yeah,
we might be getting it.
like it's the idea that you've had enough downtime, but you haven't been able to fully rehabilitate because you've been on edge. But you've had enough downtime to fend off fatigue, just not necessarily relax enough to study and enter a a proper state or anything like that.
Okay.
So it's kind of going to be like a halfway kind of thing. And right now, no. But if you don't find something within, like, say, the next 12 hours where you guys can actually recuperate, at that point you will have 1 point of fatigue.
Okay. Then I will probably myself move over towards the campfire and sit down, and I will begin flipping through the pages and getting myself accustomed to this new book.
Okie doke.
Great. Out of curiosity, just for reference, do I know how long I was dead for?
No.
Do I
You
know
it's
how long
less
he's
than a
been dead
day.
More accurately, actually, I should be asking. I died during daylight hours.
You
I
died
woke-
during daylight hours. You woke up during nighttime hours
Okay.
and were able to find your way to the cave.
because we're just a glowing beacon with this fire.
And the engagement would have been probably mid-morning, early afternoon. So,
Yeah, I think we had it like it was like 11 o'clock in the morning was when they
Yeah,
started putting the catapults together. So the whole fight would have been over by noon.
yeah. So I kind of just prop myself up in the wall right there, and I just kind of look at things. And
Elephant Illuminati, thank you very much for the $100 donation to the stream. So apparently you, I guess that's a super large encounter. Is that going to be a positive one or a negative one?
Oh, jeez.
Oh God, we might be all dead on the second episode.
So what I'm hearing is, if I hear the word negative, all of our arch nemesis show up at once.
If anyone wishes to keep that donation secret, just whisper me if you want the encounter to be positive or negative. Or actually, 5 encounters, because that's technically what you purchased. Positive? Okay. Hi, Thomas. I didn't know it was you. I totally knew it was you. So, all right.
I'm actually strangely disappointed with that answer.
In a way,
I know.
Don't worry, there will be worse.
Luther goes into the corner you
give
see
that
him
now.
in and just curls up and falls asleep.
If anybody's glancing over at Twiggy, it's suspicious shrubbery now that has various gear underneath the shrub. Like, she's still wearing it, but she curled up in such a way, it's all foliage. And it snores.
Like bush.
Shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. A bush in a cave that snores.
She's a
That's-
snoring tree. Got it.
Love bush.
Okay. I was in Euro and SCA. That is absolutely normal to me.
I mean, we could go 3 positives, 2 negatives. I'm sure things will be fine. I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
I help you,
Never
Cass.
mind.
No, I'm good. I just. Is it? It's now just a bush. It's just a bush now. It was a person bush. Now it's just a bush. Why is it? Does it just flip?
It snores.
I mean, it wouldn't be this craziest thing that has happened so far on this day, so.
I mean, you're not wrong.
On
He
the
is-
grand scheme of 1 to 10 of, crazy crap that's happened to us today, I think I'm gonna register that as a 2.
Yeah, fair.
All right. Morden, you have control over 5 encounters.
Oh shit!
How many are positive? How many are negative?
Don't kill us, Morden.
Morton's choice.
3 positive, 2 negative.
Okie doke. Those will all happen in short order.
The same time.
One positive is you didn't die.
Yeah.
The second positive is you still haven't died. The
Third
third one
positive
You
is-
got experience for it.
Right. So are we, in order to get the non-exhaustion rest, do I need to actively sleep, or can it just be like me sitting, reading the book, doing non-activity?
Non-activity is fine.
Okay, so then I'm just going to kind of lump my time in so that way I'm not interrupting anybody during this stuff. But the first hour I'm going to, in game rules, I'm going to attune to the book.
Okay. You can
Next.
also, I will say that it is calm enough for you to use rituals, so you can use an identify ritual on the book
Okay,
as well.
so I'll do that as well then. So that will actually take me to... How long does identify or take? Hold on.
Identify, I believe it's an hour.
Yeah.
Is it an hour as a thing? Nope, a minute.
Is it now?
So 11 minutes is what it will take me.
Okay.
Oh,
So 11 minutes and then an hour to attune. The rest of that time, I'm actually going to send Echo out into the chasm.
Okay.
And try to just see what I can. See if there's any movement. See, like, if there's, like, is this a shiny beacon that is drawing everything in? Or is it pretty much what's left in the chasm isn't doing much?
As you
That's what I'm
send
trying to
Echo out and are looking through Echo's eyes, I'm going to move an Echo.
Okay.
Echo, fluttering through the cavern, in fact sees two roughly 8-foot-long centipedal creatures
Okay.
that appear to be eating the bodies of the dead.
Okay. But they don't seem attracted to the light of the cave yet, right?
Not at all.
Okay. So I'm gonna probably then just have Echo perch, and I'm just gonna be like watching them through Echo's eyes. And just making sure as soon as they start coming at the cave, if they do, that's when I'm gonna be like, all right, everyone up, we got someone coming. If not, I'm just making sure they're not doing that and letting everyone else get their rest that they need.
One less body. Gray and Vanauth and Adia, if you want to give me perception rolls, you can try to see if you detect. Also, Ace, you get a free roll to try to determine what the things are.
What are we using? Arcana or
This one would be nature, because they are creatures.
nice.
Both of those should be yeses.
I need to go AFK for 1 minute. I apologize.
Not a problem. That one is also a yes.
I mean, mine's green, so that's. probably
That's a
good.
natural 20, yep.
yeah, you rolled
Oh,
a natural
good.
20.
There it is.
Okay, so Gray and Adia hear something skittering, almost like sucking noises coming from the cavern. And Ace or Kassidius, you recognize them as carrion crawlers.
Okay.
Hey.
Then I'll just kind of mention there are some things out in the crevice. Looks like there are a couple carrion crawlers. They don't seem attracted to the light right now. There's plenty of dead bodies that are keeping them well entertained for the moment, but I'm keeping an eye on them just to make sure they don't come this way.
Given their name, I'm not surprised. There is a lot of bodies.
Oh yeah.
What direction do I hear them from?
Out the mouth of the cave.
Okay. I don't really want to be visible outside the cave, but I want to be close enough that I can perceive outside the cave better to see if they get closer.
No worries, Gray. Yeah, well then move until you can see them because they are on the map.
Is the mouth of the cave here? Okay, yeah, I see it. Okay.
Yeah, because the map is a map.
Because the map is a map.
So, Ace, you are looking at a manuscript. It is a thick tome, probably about 2.5 inches deep. The cover is an embossed form of leather. It is definitively an animal leather and not a people leather,
That's good.
because you can tell by the depth of the leather.
Okay.
Okay. You're not
Too thick
familiar.
to be-
Yeah, too thick to be person book. You're not sure what this cover is made of, nor can you read, like, there's like glyphs carved into it in almost like a swirl like pattern, but not a spiral.
Okay. Does it seem more like arcane glyphs, or does it seem like a language I do not understand?
It does not give you the vibe of arcane glyphs. So therefore, it is most likely just some form of script or cipher that you're unfamiliar with.
Okay.
If it had been some kind of arcane trap, it more than likely would have gone off by now. So it is probably also not that either.
Can I read it?
I'll show it to you. At the moment, I don't quite understand. This looks like some form of sigilling or some kind, maybe a language that I don't quite know off the top of my head. You don't recognize this, do you?
You do not recognize it.
Okay.
Now, you can choose to tell him that or tell him something else, but you do not recognize it. Also, thank you for the resub, Monk.
It looks like someone decided to scribble out over the book. That's all I got. My
Wonderful.
professional opinion, it was the cravings of a madman.
Cravings of a madman. Well, I guess we will figure this out. So, it is not Abyssal, Celestial, Common, Sylvan, or Vernal, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to, during this time, then, Ritual Cast Comprehend Language.
Okay.
Does that give me anything?
It does. It will allow you to read it. It will ironically not tell you, the spell does not tell you what language it was. It
That's
just
fair,
Babel fishes the language into a language you can understand.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
So,
Yep.
you looked over what languages Luther was familiar with, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because Luther actually knows a fair few languages.
Yep.
That's why I went through all of mine, because I was like, okay, just make sure it wasn't one of these.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
what does it say then, if I can read it?
It says, "This is the tome of Asben the Archmage. Woe be to any who attempts to steal his work."
Wonderful!
And it says it in apparently 3 or 4 different languages.
I just couldn't understand.
You just didn't
any.
understand any of them.
Wonderful. What does it say? One more time?
This is the it's going to wind up not being the exact same words, but it's fine. This
That's
is the tome of Asben the Archmage. Azbann.
Okay, I just wanted the again. So
Technically haven't stolen it yet, just looking at it. Theft happens if it leaves the cave. You're not wrong. Technically, this is just the Asben library at the moment.
Ooh. Okay. Well,
Yes,
As I
there
see
is some brimstone in the corner. Oh, is the brimstone his too? Foig.
what?
That means find out in
Find out
game.
in game.
Oh, I was like, what? Or is brimstone?
I mean, he might be screwed for touching it, or he might be screwed because,
Yeah, I'm probably
2 negative
already
encounters
cursed
coming.
at this point.
Yeah, there was a small bit of brimstone near the puddle in the corner, and it looked kind of like a splash zone, so we kind of think someplace a devil had gone down poofed.
Gotcha. No, I haven't done anything with the brimstone. I saw the book, and then my focus was on that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm too interested in the book. I'll attune.
Okay. You attune to the book. Nothing unusual happens.
Okay.
And which wondrous tome was it?
The I put it in my inventory already. Hold on.
Yeah.
The Fulminating Treaties.
Yes. So you have access to a fulminating treatise.
Okay.
Yay!
Whatever that means.
It's a
Yep.
really it's a spell book, a special spell book.
Someone gave the smart man a special spell book because, he's too smart for his own good. Next thing we need to do is get him, goggles that make him pay attention to where he's walking.
Now I need a remove curse spell on me.
You already needed several of those.
That's fair. That is fair.
We're just watching the field get slowly, shall we say, cleaned up.
Yup.
Watching bodies disappear and not saying anything.
Anything else happening during the duration of our short rest?
Yeah, it's basically the two carrion crawlers are consuming bodies at a rate of about one every 30 to 40 minutes.
Does my knowledge of those beasts or creatures, I guess they're not technically beasts, I don't think. Do I know, are they in any way particularly difficult to deal with?
I mean, they're not the
They're not chump change.
toughest things to beat,
Okay.
but they're also not the easiest.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, also they are carrion creatures. They attack things only in defense or when there's not another
Food source.
food source around.
Gray,
Right.
stay away.
So, I mean, at the moment, they've probably fed enough where a concerted effort very quickly on one or both of them will probably just send them away. And you're currently about halfway to dawn.
Okay. Doesn't seem like we need to be doing that, so there's no point in even risking damage to us, especially if we can't have a full rest at this point. At least that's my thoughts.
Recovery snores on.
Twiggy's thoughts are snoring.
Okay. I'm just reading until they all wake up.
Okie doke. So then we will kind of fast forward to the morning. I don't think I've ever seen carrion crawlers get full, but I think this should do it. Like
Yeah.
8 bodies a
was gonna
piece.
say-
Watch the bodies just go doink, 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 doink.
Yeah,
I
8
was gonna
bodies
say,
a piece should do it.
I think with the amount of bodies there are, even if they ate faster than 8 bodies apiece, I'm pretty sure they would be full.
Yeah, and then they're just gonna go F off back to their
Cave.
Wherever
Thank God
they
it's not our
live.
cave.
Yep.
Yeah, we're just making sure that it's not this cave.
Right.
I am watching the end.
Exactly.
Okay, and it is morning.
Does the sun rise?
Yes. Dawn is rising, so now everyone... So the first thing that happens at dawn is Adaya disappears in a blinding flash of light, and now
What
the
about
only
the
person that
other
can
one?
hear her is Ace.
That's
One hell of an alarm clock.
the
Poking
well-
it again.
I have to make a particular effort for everyone else to hear me.
the
What
other
What about
one,
the jolly?
Uliel, has been gone for a while because he was tired of
Okay,
your...
I'm not surprised.
How does the bush become non-bush?
I stand up.
And it just okay.
She
Yeah.
stands up.
I stand up and shake out Twiggy. And I run
Okay.
over. I will relight the bonfire that probably went down and get to cook it. Because breakfast. Breakfast, very important. Yes, yes. I take some hardtack and some dried berries out of somewhere, you don't want to know where, and quickly grill up some few shish kebabs and things. Start handing them out. Just so you know, when Twiggy hands you something after a short or long rest, they do different things. These will all add +1 to your 2-hit rolls because I grilled them.
until the next short rest. She has 4 or 5 different abilities that she can choose, and it depends on what type of cooking she does.
Nom, nom,
Okay.
nom,
Nom 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 nom. Breakfast. Eat. Yes. Choose not to eat. I give you the look. Then you eat your breakfast.
You would have to make something horrific for me to not be able to eat it.
Where's Echo?
And even then, he'll still eat it.
You are not wrong, but that is more because I grew up not being able to eat a whole lot.
Fair.
Echo floats over.
I will grab him and kind of put him at the bottom of my backpack like he usually sits.
There were less bodies out here than I remembered from yesterday. I'm coming back.
Can I tell where in reference we are to where Zydek and I were fighting the thing? Where my body
Yes,
was?
you are about 150 meters closer to the wall than where you fell.
Okay, so back to the left of the screen, back
Yes.
west.
Yes.
All right, I have something to do. I need to go back a little ways.
I'm coming. I follow you. As you and I are going back, I'm just looking at the bodies that are around us, and I start naming them and their favorite food. It's really kind of sad. I'm like, Judy, you wanted the dumplings. Always with the dumplings, you. Over here, Fen wanted garlic on everything. Even in the cookies, he wanted garlic. And it's just one after another. She knew every name. She knew every favorite food.
As he disappears, like goes back, I'm just like, he's gonna come back this way one way or another. So I'm just gonna start walking around, just looking for anything of use, scanning the bodies.
Okay.
I'm pilfering through. I'm taking whatever I can. Unfortunately, these guys, they don't need it anymore. And unfortunately, my good old friend, Luther has taught me to take what is necessary and what is
Luther
not
moved to where he
necessary.
did, because as soon as you were done your statement, he was going to be like,
Yeah.
and Luther's rifle in the pockets, because he's looking
Okay.
for stuff
Yep,
to take.
we're taking everything we can.
One of the first things that you notice as you all come out of the cave is when you look towards the Black Gate. Remember, yesterday the sky was very ominous. There was a very there was a almost like an overcast, except the sky was clear. It was dimmer. There was a bit of a red tinge to the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Today, it in fact is not as bright of a sky as you're used to where you come from, but it is definitely a clear and open sky.
So it looks clear. It looks clearer and brighter than it did yesterday.
Yes.
What about the sky back home?
That was my question.
Sky back home is still stupid bright.
Okay, good.
I mean, you guess. That direction still looks a little bit brighter than here, and if you look continuing past where the gate is, you can see that it again gets darker to the other side of the gate.
Yeah, I'm actually looking for Captain Zydek's body, or signs of him escaping.
You specifically have signs of him not escaping. You in fact find the body of Captain Zydek.
Quietly, I start to strip his armor off.
Get him to sit still. Higher. Keep putting something at his elbows. The whole thing eventually.
You manage to remove his armor, and you notice that along the rents in the armor, much like the armor that you are currently wearing, there is like a little bit of some kind of a film on the rend marks in the armor. I mean, obviously from the fatal attacks, but
Yeah. I glance around. Is Kassidius in calling distance?
yeah, I mean, he's about 75 meters away, so you can easily call him over.
All right. So, yeah. Kassidius, come take a look at this, please.
I'll finish rifling through the pocket I was going through, and I'll make my way over there.
Okay.
I walk over.
Are you doing the walk and talk with the detect magic?
Yes. Yeah, I would have detect magic going.
You're
soon
doing the
as I see
detect
that-
magic ritual walk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I want no one, well, no thing here has any use left of what they had. So anything that is magical, anything that could be of value to us, whether it's some extra rope, some extra, like anything that I think I could use, our party could use, like anything magical especially, I want to take. So I'd be walking around detect
Okay.
magic just going.
When you come over to the body of the aged captain, you notice that his armor is both detecting as magical and something is interfering with that aura.
I'll kind of walk over and almost just like flip open, not my spell book, but like just the journal I carry around me and just kind of start writing in it and sketching in it. And then after like a minute, I go, oh, someone, his armor, there's something weird about it. I mean, it's definitely has some form of magical property surrounding it, but almost, it's as if it's trying not to show it.
Detect good and evil.
Neither the armor nor the armor doesn't detect.
Okay.
You do, however, detect the most subtle, faint, remaining aura along the edges of the wounds in the armor.
Ah, that makes sense.
What is it detecting good? Well, I don't know, but is it detecting good or is it detecting evil?
I assume it's detecting evil from the wounds. Am I assuming correctly?
Yeah, that is a safe assumption.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pointing out the residue. What do you make of this?
Well, it was the bone demon thingy, right? That's what you guys...
Yeah.
Yeah, I pointed out to my armor also.
Yep.
Does hold on, I don't want to call him Gray. I want to call
Vanauth.
Vanauth.
Does Vanauth's armor glow or no?
His armor is not glowing at all. However, it was within the range of Adaya's detect good and evil.
Okay.
So, actually, to be much more complete with my description, you detect residue on the armor, you detect residue on Vanauth. You detect good from Kassidius. You detect good from Twiggy.
And my...
You detect good from Luther.
What about the book?
That is the extent of her detections.
Yeah, I'll confer all that directly to Cass.
Okay.
Inside his head.
This is gonna take me so long to get used to. Understood. Okay. So, and this is directly back to you, Adaya. The evil, so you're getting evil from where the armor was damaged.
Just from all the wounds, right?
Right.
The wounds and
Yes.
the damage? Okay.
What was the evil that you're detecting from Vanauth?
Was that the same thing?
It
From...
You can't figure out what it is, but you know it's not coming from him.
him,
It's just
his
something's
essence, or
okay.
whatever we call it.
Right.
Twiggy's gonna produce a battered rag from somewhere and try to like wipe it off. Success?
None.
None. Okay.
It's like you're trying to wipe off an enamel. It's just nothing happens.
Is the armor still maintaining its magic, or does it look like it's slowly fading now that it's taken damage?
It doesn't look like it's fading, but it doesn't look like it's functionally magical either.
Like it's
Okay.
suppressed.
It looks like it's being suppressed. Yeah.
Correct.
I think, Benwith, this could be something useful down the line. I think it's currently has got some problems with it, but I think maybe later down the line we might be able to do something about it. So I would not leave it behind.
I wouldn't leave it behind anyway. I swore it would go to his son if his son survived.
Do you see his son around?
I have not looked
He
yet.
was with the advance.
So he would be in front of us, not
Correct.
where we were.
He would have seen everything first.
You want to give me a description of him?
Well, he is
they
about
can be-
here, and she vaguely shows up.
I'm
He's
sketching.
got the sandy hair like his dad. Actually, is a lot like his dad, like minus 20 year. And his favorite foods, he loves his vegetables. He's a very good boy, but you have to put the sweet sauce on them.
I sketched and I wrote it down just because.
Yeah, I
keep a
mean,
note of it.
especially you've now seen the captain, and if you're told that he looks a lot like the captain, you'll
I should easily make
And DH.
connection.
right.
Yeah. Okay. I will as we make forward. I'll keep an eye out for him as well.
Okay. So
I
go ahead.
Before I pack everything up, I try taking a tip of I'm sure I can find a broken blade or something there. I try to scratch some of the residue off.
No, nothing moves.
Okay.
Do you guys want to sit here for like 10, 11 minutes? I can see if I can figure out what's going on with the armor.
And we
Do we
seem
wanna-
relatively safe, but we could also do it later on when we
That's
make
fair.
camp.
That's fair. If you want to grab it when we
I'd
make camp, I
rather
can
be
take a look
somewhere
at it.
where we can actually defend ourselves properly before
good
we
with that.
stop to do things and waste time
I'm good with that.
that we could be using to find where we either not necessarily where we need to go because that's what the map's for. But
Right.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm good with that.
Yeah,
DM, the rest of the time, I just keep going back to looking and listening in all directions.
Okay.
Before whatever took more people out because there were more people here, and now they're
I
not
don't have-
anymore, and now they're not even here.
Because I don't have to
Yeah.
concentrate on the moving, so I don't have to worry about watching my feet, so I can actually look
That's
and listen
fair.
around. Yeah.
Okay.
So with the looting, what
All right.
do we get?
So it is going to take you with the detect magic ritual walk. Basically, you move half speed at best, probably a quarter speed while you're doing the loot and scoot. So it's going to take you about, I'm going to say till almost noon to actually reach the wall from where you are.
And how
Having
long?
gotten up when?
I was just about to say. does that
Probably
come into-
around 6 or 7 in the morning.
So we have about 6-ish hours before we get
If you're
exhausted.
sick and tired.
Right. On your journey, you find. I'm going to describe the items, and I'm not going to give you the tags for them yet because you haven't identified them. You find 2 small wands about 8 inches long with bronze tips. The 2 wands appear identical. They were not on the same person.
2 wands with bronze tips.
Yeah, like black wands with bronze tips.
Okay.
They were not on the same person. Other than that, they appear identical. You find a pewter tankard with 2 faces carved on it. On the one side, which, assuming the person is right-handed, would be the forward-facing side, is a jovial, wide-cheeked, like almost drunken appearance kind of person. Hey, kind of happy-ish. And on the other side, the side that would be facing the drinker, assuming they were using the right hand to drink it, is the same face, except not looking drunk and kind of giving a wink. You find a pair of gauntlets. They are leather gauntlets with a steel plate on the back of the hand and steel bullets where the knuckles are. There is a small furred cuff along the back, which kind of looks like cattle fur, like that thick, coarse brown kind of fur.
Where was the fur located?
Just along the cuff of the gauntlet.
Okay.
A small belt pouch that is tied shut with a leather strap. It does not appear to have anything in it when you look in it, because you would have looked in it. A small vial with a aqua blue liquid in it of some kind. You pop to the cork and do the test, and it smells like saffron. And a belt pouch with a double leather and slider closure. So in other words, like you have a like a button, and then you have a loop that goes around the button, and then you pull the loop to tie it tight. On the button is a Ouroboros.
Is what?
An Ouroboros. Ouroboros.
Oh.
Depending on pronunciation. Snake eating its own tail.
Yep. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. I'm assuming the reason we kept the belt pouch that had nothing in it is because it was glowing.
Yes, all of these items were glowing.
Understood. Okay.
In addition to the glowing items, you do find a paper scroll, which you can identify is a scroll of Tasha's caustic brew. And you find roughly 70 gold pieces, 500 silvers, and about 2,500 coppers.
All right. As we're kind of going around, I'm probably just walking behind people being like, when we get safe, I can figure out what that does. Oh, when we get I can figure out what that does. That does something. I'm not sure, but we'll figure it out. Just kind of pointing out all these things and being like, I can hold on to it until we figure it out, or you can. You okay? Yeah, that's fine. I'll just let you know what it is.
Gray is carrying a rather large satchel over his shoulder, made up of, a dead man's armor wrapped in a dead man's cloak, tied around a dead man's weapon.
Tied around a dead man.
Tied around a dead man.
You do.
All right. And about an hour before midday, you manage upon the Black Gates.
So, assuming up to this point, I have not seen Zydek's son's body.
Correct. Yeah, you guys have been looking, and you haven't found anything belonging to him at any point along the way. So, as you can see, you are approaching an absolutely massive gate. There are 2 large rents in the wall itself, where debris has been blown through into the pit in front of the gate. There's pretty much, like, right up until the edge of this map is pretty much where all the bodies were. And then this area here seems to be mostly clear. There is, however, what looks like a helmet, except that it's kind of big enough to make a small tent out of, off to one side. Looks like whatever was wearing it was probably large enough to make holes in the wall. You also notice that what you originally thought in the distance were gargoyle wings and gargoyle iconography on the wall is in fact images of black dragons.
tasty.
Did you just say tasty?
Have
you ever
they
had-
think we're tasty. They think everything's tasty. They
Have you
melt it.
eaten Black Dragon?
You haven't?
I am growing. I don't know if it's admiration or fear for this tree.
Slightly disconcerting that she's had access to dragon, but I'm willing to try almost anything once.
I kid. It was a drink in a bar. They called it the Black Dragon. It did smoky things, and then you had it, and then you did smoky things. It was bad. Don't do it.
And-
Which side did the smoky things come out of?
All of them.
And with that,
Okay.
everyone please give me a passive perception check.
16.
So our passive perceptions or roll perception check?
What's that mean?
Yeah, roll your perceptions.
Roll
Okay.
perception.
Oh, roll.
Yep, didn't notice.
Oh, neither did I.
Someone noticed even less than I did.
Okay. That was
I'm good.
okay. Twiggy to the rescue.
Twiggy notices everything.
You
Yes.
see, flying in formation,
Fine, yay.
The freaking bottom left thing is just so fantastic.
isn't it just?
So good.
You see, well, you all know what the Spines Devils are now, so you know what those are.
Okay.
Don't like.
You see 5 of those. Hey, Shanks. And in front of the 5 of them, you see this figure. It
Flying.
is, and everyone please give me a... Oh, you would... No, you wouldn't. Give me a religions check to identify him.
Oof.
I know nothing.
If we do not have religion as a trained skill,
Yes, even if you don't have religion as a trained skill in this case.
Oh, that wasn't
Cass
me
knows
rolling.
everything.
no, Cass, you rolled a.
I rolled
20.
Yeah, I saw the one pop up for. a
No,
minute,
no,
and I
no,
thought
that was
me.
Twiggy's one.
Okay.
It's okay, Twiggy. You
Well, I
rolled
know
the 1,
everything.
and you were
Yes.
still higher than me when I rolled the.
So you know that he is, and I think also Ari would have passed. You know that he is a Scythonian, specifically a Scythonian highborn, because regular Scythonians aren't red; they're more of a mustard color, and they don't have wings.
Okay.
He is very specifically a highborn.
Does he seem like he's coming at us?
They are flying in formation right at the 4 of you.
Only they didn't notice yet. I noticed.
Well, yeah, and you would have pointed up, and that's why Ace would know.
I've gotten this. I pointed with the damn spoon. And go, oh,
Yeah.
hate them.
And I'll relay. That's a highborn. I don't. Would I know that's? I would know that's. They're not allies in any way. shape, or form.
Correct.
I would know that.
They are an infernal bloodline.
Okay. That is not good. Everyone. Be ready.
Well, it's bad. It's bad.
I think I'm gonna start an encounter.
Yeah, because I'm looking at this map right now going, there is no way for me to rush you guys to anywhere that would potentially give us a chance to hide
Yeah.
within the allotted time I think we have, because I'm pretty sure they've already saw us.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys are they would have been able to see you before you could see them. You know, they were flying
Yeah.
a patrol.
Yeah. I dropped the armor and draw weaponry.
Okie doke. Let's do some initiative rolls.
Where is that? I'm not sure.
So initiative. If you look up at the top of your
it doesn't-
character.
flick anything when I click on it, so I had no idea. I just hit it 20 times. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm going to give you one of your 220s that you rolled.
Okay, cool. I couldn't see it doing anything. I had no clue what was going on. Oh, okay.
Oh, hell yeah. Now I roll good.
The other one gives you that,
normal.
like, the other stuff gives you that checkbox of, like, roll on normal or advantage or whatnot. So
Right.
since it didn't, I thought I hadn't done it yet. My apologies.
I
No
rolled
worries.
just under average, so I got a 19.
All right, so Twiggy is going to go first.
Twiggy's going to go first. They are flying, they're not in the air, and they are pretty damn far away at the moment.
Correct.
So I'm going to defer because I don't think I'm going to do much good here. Because we only did a short rest. I'm out of spells. I got a spoon and cantrips.
Yep.
Did you, well, and this is something I probably need to clarify as well. We leveled, did you level?
I did.
Does leveling re-give us spells?
No.
Okay, so then that...
If she
your
had gotten a
spells-
new spell, she would have the new one because it hadn't been
Okay.
cast yet.
So I need to use...
But
two of those
spells,
spells.
leveling is not an automatic rest.
Refill. Okay. Okay. Good to know. Then I am down 2 of those first levels. Okay.
Okay, I do have one spell slot then because it did go up one spell slot. So I'll have. If
I
I
Okay.
had
have
repaired.
one slot then.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you have one of whatever you want.
Oh, then I have another boo boo biscuit. Yay!
Boo Boo Biscuits.
You
Oh,
shoved
I
them.
forgot to do a thing. I forgot to do a stream-related thing. Hold on one second. I can find it. I know I can. Also, Thomas, thank you very much for the gift sub. Just going to drop that while we're talking about this.
Woo! Gift sub!
But if anyone is in chat who is subbed and would like to see a campaign-specific emote, just refresh your stream. And you should, in fact, get a box of Boo Boo Biscuits as an emote.
Oh my god.
I do have Boo Boo Biscuits. That's hilarious.
There. That's amazing.
Are you feeling down? Not quite yourself? Try boo boo biscuits today.
Nice. And as everything sweeps down into range, we are going to end the first part of the chapter right there. So this will be the end of the YouTube video for now. I want to thank everybody who is watching. Please, be a good werewolf, like and subscribe, and enjoy the puns. They're free. Thank you very much. I hope you have enjoyed this. We do this every other Tuesday on Twitch. Also, by the time this goes up, there will probably be a campaign running on Thursdays where I will be playing rather than GMing. So Tuesdays or Thursdays, stop on by. Second Class Elitists, all spelled out. And I also want to thank Lost Without a Trace, Scorched Ace 97, Ari Cypress Everly, Greymane Gaming, and Morden 56 for being in on the game. I want to thank everybody that is in chat. Thank you very much for the follow as well. Proxima. Sorry. So thank you all very much. This is going to be the end of this episode, and then we are going to go to the next episode. But in the meantime, everybody, wave to the YouTubes, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye.